Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this intuitive reading, this intuitive message, this guided reading, guided message for Salah. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're always here, welcome back, friend. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. So these last couple of readings in regards to Foodie, Shantel, I have been asking questions about Salah, but it's been a little minute since I've done an actual reading on him. So let's just get into it and let's just see what Spirit says. For some reason it like popped in my head and I was like, okay, well, why not? All right, so let's get into it and let's just see what Spirit has to say in regards to Salah. Okay, now before I get started, Rose Thorn, all one word, check her out. She also does readings on this subject. I'm not sure if anybody else does it, so let me know and I'll check out your reading as well. But let's just get into it, okay? So Spirit is acknowledging that there is something that he is trying to get away from. There's some water sign energy here. Could be a water sign and or could just be emotional for him. There's this energy of him not having enough power, enough say so. So there's a little solar plexus energy, but it's like trying to get away, trying to go away. Could possibly be going like on a trip or some sort, but trying to get away. I also acknowledging like, I can't do anything about it right now, but I am going to deal with it when I can deal with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put it off for right now, but I'm going to deal with that. And this has to do with a relationship. So, I'm just saying, based on the last reading that I did on Shantel, this could also acknowledge that someone went away. Because now I see this soul partnership. And I do see water again, letting me know that this could be emotional and or could, just be acknowledging a water sign. But there's something where I can't deal with it right now, going away, getting away. And this has to do with this relationship, the two peas in a pod, mirror match, blessings, life mate. So what are we not seeing in that regard? He's acknowledging that this is very quiet right now in regards to their relationship. Also, there's a reunion. How's your mom and them? Returning, connection, presence. Okay, so Spirit has a lot to say. Okay, we'll stop there. Thank you. All right, so Spirit is acknowledging like around this relationship, around someone leaving and or trying to go away and get away, that there's a lot of quiet. There's a lot of don't say nothing. There's a lot of privacy. There's a lot of silence. And this has to do with a storm. So it could have already happened or it could be currently happening or he's preparing for the storm. And it's to get them in alignment. And I'm going to say them because it feels like I'm referencing more than one person, right? A strong momentum, sudden change, courage, necessary shakeup, transformation, hope, okay, to get someone in alignment. And again, this is a returning to home. Look, reach out, your people, strong connections, reunion, foundation. How's your mom and them? Family tree. And you're returning because someone got too big for their britches. And so this could be layered. This could be he's returning home and or she being Shantel is returning home because someone got too big for their britches, too big. Okay, every time, like, there's a pun on big. But anyway, Spirit is also acknowledging that there is a wilted flower here, letting me know that there is love lost. And this is due to arrogance, vanity, self-importance, being high and mighty. Modesty is needed. And this relationship not working out is definitely giving someone crazy eyes. It could be the collective, could be community, could be people who, dislike the relationship, whatnot, or disapprove, or, whatever, have their opinions. Not my business, not my problem. But Spirit is just acknowledging that they're totally content with him and her, as a combined energy running around like a chicken with their head cut off. Now, again, this is my brouhaha card, and that's just my simple way of saying that someone is into manifesting and doing things and like harvesting someone's energy or controlling someone's energy to do what they want them to do. This is not the best formula and or recipe, and it always backfires. It just always does, because it's not a part of their righteous path to be with you, to be amongst your energy for longer than they were supposed to, because they were supposed to learn a lesson and move on. You can't just hold them hostage because you want them, right? So people are very content and very happy. I'm also starting to pick up on the energy that his family could also be extremely excited about this not working out, and that they had a hand in it as well in regards to the brouhaha. Spirit is acknowledging that this hasn't come out. If it hasn't, it's coming. But there is going to be an explanation. There's going to be communication in regards to what transpired. Honesty, courage, sharing revelation, surprise news, text, and a phone call is bubbling at the belly and bubbling at the throat. Spirit is intervening. There's nothing anyone can do, because again, it goes back to that card saying this was done to put one and or both of them, all of them, on their righteous path. Okay, Ashe to the ancestors, Ashe to the universe. So how does Salah currently see Foodie? Shantel. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I feel like this card came out before, but he's currently acknowledging like her boat is at a standstill. There's a halt. It's not moving, and this is because he's acknowledging like she needs to take accountability and responsibility for her actions. Again, we see water, could be emotional and or could be a water sign. We also see mountains in the background that let me know that they're dealing with ups and downs. There's a treasured objective to her being stalled and her not being able to move, and it also feels like she's stuck. Like, I don't know what she's saying, but she can't move. There's a huge obstacle in her way. In fact, doesn't mean that she won't be able to move, but it's just acknowledging like there's an issue with movement, an obstacle, halt, being stalled. And this is because someone is hugging and kissing up on someone else. I've said this before in my readings. It feels like his energy is definitely swaying towards someone else energetically, romantically, kissing and hugging, snuggling up, pillow talking, bonding in someone's favor. Okay, Spirit is also acknowledging she knows of this matter, and so she is barking up the wrong tree. She is angry. She is yelling. She is spiteful. She's upset. Okay, she's mad at God, source, energy, collective, the community, everybody. She's also lazing around like a bump on a log. Inertia, false start, no response, and disinterest. And this is because he's acknowledging again that she was just trying to withstand the storm, withstand all of these tests that the relationship had endured. And she had all this solar plexus energy, all this power in her belly that she had chosen in regards to this romantic relationship and or passionate relationship. But it's a lot of water and it was a lot of emotion, and it is emotional, and trying to stand 2 feet, but it's only to your disservice, to your demise, because you are people pleasing, you being Shantel. He's acknowledging this like, okay, so was this all a game? Like, being with Shantel, was it all a game? Was it a business arrangement? Like many other people in my comment sections have said, shout out to y'all, because y'all don't play. Y'all be keeping me so informed, and I appreciate it. So, okay, so Salah being with Shantel, was it a business arrangement? Well, that's interesting. Whatever, let's do this is the energy. Okay. All right. All right. What does Salah need to hear from his ancestors in regards to his current situation? Thank you, Spirit. The shadow, trials and tribulations. Is he dealing with some trials and tribulations? Watch your back, caution, danger up ahead. This is a time of illusions. If they tell you the sky is blue, check. Dishonesty, deception, and uncertainty are in the air. Trust your intuition. Your inner voice is screaming to get your attention. There is more to the situation than meets the eye. You are in for a roller coaster ride. Emotional distress is no joke. The dark night of the soul is upon you. Your subconscious fears and limiting beliefs are showing out. Be aware of how you project fear in relationships, conversations, and negotiations. The things you stuff down in your subconscious are refusing to be suppressed anymore. You must deal with your shadow selves. Dive headfirst into creative pursuits. The shadow shows up as Yoruba trickster god Eshu within the moon, with two faces to represent his ability to communicate between realms. He is the Orisha or deity of marginal worlds, a protective messenger between the earth and the divine. Spirit is telling you to pay attention, to open your eyes, to release your fears and your doubts, and to make a powerful and wise choice. And they're also asking him to do shadow work, and he knows why. How does Salah currently see Shantel? Current energy. A team player on the squad, a clique of friends, a close friend. Subconsciously, is she working out or trying to change her body? Swole, trying to change her body. In the middle of the deck, he says she's salty and she has a sudden change of mood. And she's feeling like someone did her wrong. She's upset, bitter, annoyed, and jealous. But he's also acknowledging that she's insta-famous, like people know about her, that she's in a spotlight, that she's popular. He also said that she's breadcrumbing, avoiding making any real effort, keeping her options open. She's full of mind games and not very committal, non-committal. This card is interesting, though. On the subconsciously, he's acknowledging that she trying to get her body together, get her body in shape, talking about it, acknowledging like she's going to work really hard at it. Relationship energy for Shantel and Salah. How does Salah see Shantel current energy? Rigged games. This is the second time we see a finger up against the mouth, like, shh, don't tell nobody about the games we playing. There's also this Ankh here, and I think, and we already talked about this, like the connection to where he lives. And wait, is it him or is it the other guy y'all be telling me about that's from Egypt? Is he trying to say there's some rigged games with this guy from Egypt? Because the Ankh is an Egyptian symbol. See her eyes, and she's covering her head and her eyes. Eyes are the window to the soul. So she's keeping a secret. He's aware of it. And he said because of the secret, there's a death to ego and pride. What was beautiful is dead now. He's also acknowledging that she's free to go because she likes a special recipe. See, it always says that. She's free to go. And then y'all tell me she left. Yeah, that's right. She left. And then somebody says when this is solar plexus energy, this was her choice. But she's there. He's also acknowledging that she's into it. She's into the brouhaha. It comes up all the time. That she's into doing love spells and things like that. He's like, I'm on to it. I get it. I don't know if he found what you do or he heard what you do, but he found out. He knows. He knows what you're doing. And he also said that there's some forbidden fruit. Now, this could be on his end or this could be on her end, because it always feels like both of them kind of do the same thing to one another, even though they don't, say it. There is a soul tie here, karmic connection, so you definitely have to break it. But he's acknowledging in the middle of the deck that there is a soul tie. There's a soul connection. There's karmic debt. It's not written in the stars because someone is binding themselves to the other. Ooh, that's kind of scary. I'm sending you love and light. That is not the move. Okay. I didn't mean to invite that energy with that word, but that is kind of weird. Let's say that. That's kind of weird. All right. Salah's current energy. Thank you. All right, with a 9 of Wands, he is on defense. He is trying to hold his own. He is trying to persevere. He is standing strong. He is standing his ground. He is having courage in the area of business, but also in the area of romance. Fire sign energy could be passionate, but also could be chaotic. I do see mountains in the background, just acknowledging that he's dealing with some ups and downs. We also subconsciously have the Knight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So there are some things that are slowing down for him. It's not moving as quickly as he would have hoped. He's acknowledging that there's an energy of him being stagnant and or lazy. Feeling like there's some missed opportunities, but he's going with the flow regardless. A lot of negative self-talk. Even though he's trying to stand his ground, there's some negative self-talk in the midst there. He's also acknowledging with the 10 of Wands that he feels very burdened, that he's carrying a heavy weight, that he's struggling, that he's overextending himself, that he feels overwhelmed and burdened by work and or his responsibilities in the area of business, but also in the area of passion. Okay. All right. How does he feel towards Shantel? Salah. Current energy towards Shantel. He feels like she's out of balance. He feels like he's out of balance when it comes to her. It's a lot of water pouring out. So it is emotional. It is heavy. It is draining even. There's an imbalance when it comes to her. Discord, overindulgence, and risky behavior. Okay. With the 3 of Pentacles, he is acknowledging subconsciously that they worked together, but it wasn't just him and her. There's a third person in here whom they worked with as well. So there was teamwork, focusing on effort, growth, and learning, mastery. So just trying to get it right. But there's 3 to this little piece of puzzle. There's 3 people involved. And again, we see 3 again. So someone knowingly participated in this as well. Someone knows what it is, what's going on here. And Spirit is acknowledging 3 is a crowd. But in the middle of the deck, there is some form of celebration. Now, was he aware of it? Is he aware of it as much as she is? Feels like on her end, she was aware of it a little bit more than him. He might have just found out per se, but there was always a third party involved in this situation. Spirit is acknowledging with the 3 of Cups, celebration, having a good time, parties, and good communication. So now there's some celebration. He's acknowledging like, thank you, Spirit. We, her, she, somebody else are celebrating now. Not my business, not my problem. What's next for Salah? Thank you. There's an energy of the King of Pentacles. So there's someone who sits high. This person has a lot of money. It does feel like a male energy. And this person is just paying attention to him and watching him. This person has an enterprise. This person is very abundant and stable and secure and grounded. Okay. A nonconformist does not play that. He's acknowledging subconsciously that he has some out of balance energy with this person. They are not seeing eye to eye. They are at odds. Spirit is acknowledging. So there's an imbalance with him and this older gentleman. Discord, hastiness, overindulgence due to risky behavior. Okay, definitely feels like a father figure. Also feels like he's going to be losing a lot of money. Now, I don't know what his father's job is. I don't know what he does, but it feels like if there was an inheritance or if there was something to be had, it feels like he might have lost it or is afraid of losing it, or there's a conversation around losing some form of inheritance or some form of payment. etc. It does feel like an older gentleman who has authority, who sits higher in class than he does. Does that make sense? Or in rank? I don't know why Spirit is using these words, but this is what's being said. With the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, there's negativity, poor planning, there's frustration, and there's also procrastination. So he's definitely feeling the weight in the area of finances, okay? And this has to do with an older gentleman who is watching him, who's like, so let's take the money. Let's take all of this off the table. You know what I'm saying? Is this in relationship to foodie, beauty? Yeah, heck yeah. This is in relationship to foodie. So it just, every time I read on these two, there's a quarrel, a problem that doesn't just rest amongst them two. It affects an entire family. And so, yeah, this is about her. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.